I want to help you get your act together. We all have positive and negatives happening to us almost daily. And if you're struggling, it is you are struggling and you don't need to. That's the fascinating part about life. You've been wired to think things more negative or more positive. You have been wired. You have been programmed to try 1%, 20%, 100%. You've been programmed. And so you're living out all of this information, whether you know it or don't know it. And it's time to change the background stories of who you are. That's where I come in. Now, a lot of times I will intimidate some of my clients until they get to know me, they fall in love with me. But I can actually read you energetically, psychically, intuitively. I can look at your timelines. I can look at your nervous system, the fight or flight, freeze or fawn, and tell you why you are that. So then the mind, the brain can understand it, and then we can rewrite it, shift it, so it can work for you. Can you imagine how amazing you could be if you got rid of your handicaps, your hiccups, your low vibrational stories? Could you imagine how amazing you could be? Just for a moment. And now do you realize that that's who you are, who you're supposed to be? You've always supposed to be amazing. Now, I can't take away the negatives that are going to show up, but I can teach you how to get through them much quicker, much easier, and faster. And so it's not like another wound on top of another wound that was on top of another wound that has not been healed. I want you to take ownership. Yeah, that was messed up. Yeah. Possibly not your fault. Not saying it was your fault. But since it was your experience, what are you going to do about it? And it's just like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that part. Especially if you have significant others, especially if you have children. You want to do good so that they can see good in you. You want to change. At least I hope so. Because the ones that just stay soured, the one that's just continued to complain, stays stuck, well, they're not fun to be around. Unless, of course, they find other stuck people. I'm very selective who I hang out with. I'm very selective who I open up with. Because I want positive people. So that means I need to be the positive one also. I want people that have their act together, which means I need to have my act together. So once you start paying attention to how you show up, things are going to change. I believe you know I can help you. The real question is, will you receive that? Are you willing to dive in and look? Take ownership when it is needed. Release what you don't like that you've been possibly holding on to, clutching. So you can be better and better each and every day. Will you do that for yourself? Hope so. Which will help others around you, which is good karma. And to actually lead a life that you're here to create. So you don't have to keep redoing it again and again and again. If we were in 4th grade, we need to pass 4th grade to get to 5th grade. And in this life, we may not be in school, but we are actually in that state of still learning. And if we learn the lesson, we move through. If we don't, it's going to circle around and circle around in different ways until you finally get it. And I do not want you to waste another 5, 10, 20, 30 years when it's supposed to be part of life. and that we're not here to keep reliving things positive and or negative. So I want to teach you to stand up, brush yourself off, look forward, and move forward from a clean space. And the best part is I'll be able to energetically read you, psychically, intuitively read you, and help you understand at a quick and fast level so that we can, I don't know, start enjoying today. What a freaky concept, huh? That you could actually enjoy today. Energy doesn't know time and space. The healing can be that quick and that fast, but it has to happen for you to move on. So thank you for listening. Get excited, get curious about who you could be once you took care of all your stuck energy. Say yes to yourself and then give me a call. Thank you. I'll be here.